Hi all and welcome back to the channel. This is a very interesting new item in the diecast collection from the Formula 1 in 124 scale, It's the Ferrari 156/85 driven by Michele Alboreto and I think Stefan Johansson, number 28, And well, this is probably, I think, the nicest car of the entire collection. They already reached a very, very high level of detail and look, very nice look of the model with the previous Williams FW07B. But this is nicer, This is the Ferrari of our Michele Alboreto. I say our because he was a guy from Rozzano, a guy from a place near Milano, probably one of the best Italian drivers we ever had in the 80s, and Ferrari factory owning the championship, as all the Enzo Ferrari said in 1985, because they changed the turbo to this car. So the 85 season started with them winning everything. Then in the middle of the season they decided, probably for a different joint venture with the manufacturers of the turbo, to change them, and so the car became absolutely unreliable and they lost. That was how our Michele lost the championship in 85. Was not at all because of the skill of the pilot. The pilot was an incredibly skilled one, he won Le Mans, he died in 2001 in the Lausitz ring testing the Audi R8, the prototype R8, not the street GT3 car, the prototype R8 of 2001. Ugly, horrific crash, and this was his Ferrari. So the model is a masterpiece, really. I bought more than one because this, I think, is something that probably will become really, really interesting, And as you can see, the detail is really well done. My box have this is still the series that cost 25 euros in Italy. The box have a crack here, but that didn't make the model damaged inside. I had to buy what I find because this is already sold out. So after 3 days in the shop, this is completely sold out. It means that the people interested in these articles, they really get it very, very quick. And the car is really well done, starting from the wheels. Like all the model of the series, also this one suffers a little. You see in the mysterious front left wheel that is a little bended. But the overall look is absolutely nice. The decal is tampo printed, and the front end, the front wing. This was, I think, the first Ferrari made completely with the chassis in carbon fiber. So they switched from the aluminum chassis made for the 126 C2, C3, and C4 to this 156 that was made, I think, by Postel White was the engineer of this car. I'm not so sure because I don't remember so many details of these years, but the car was fantastic. The look is really that one. It was, I remember when I was a kid, I had a poster of this car. It was Ferrari racing with an Italian driver. I think it was the last big driver that they had. They had also Nicola Larini, but with no offense, you cannot compare him to Alboreto. This was another type of pilot, and the detail is well done. Is at the same level of the series, but this time is really precise. The wing have no issues, no problems. Sometimes in the transportation, the wing became damaged. They always have that feature that if you really want to keep this model to life, you have to probably an assembly and keep more detail, mostly in the inner side. The seat is unacceptable. You see the decals are placed in quite wrong position. Always remember that when they arrived in the shops, this is started cost 25 euro. So in 24 scale didn't exist anything. I think there was just, if I'm not wrong, something made by Provini Protar in the 80s. Was an ugly model that to bring to this level of detail you really have to apply a lot to work on the model. They also changed probably the mold of the tire. There is no longer that ugly molding line in the middle that many Formula 1, probably this depends from the manufacturer. These are made sometimes by Burago, sometimes by Ixo. I think this is an Ixo car, and Really, really well done. Absolutely a masterpiece. Also very interesting that they had a brief history, little book, together with the model. This is the number 52, and is an encyclopedic edition. Model is simply fantastic. As I say, they bought many of them. I wanted more than one because this is a very important. Ferrari was frightened between buying this one and they also made the T4 driven by Gilles Villeneuve. I love Gilles, but I already have a T4. Was the Jody Scheckter car of the same series, so I don't think I will take a double one, but we will see. Instead, this is absolutely brand new, and in my opinion, until now, this is the nicest car of the series. The series is going to an end. This is number 52. They will do 60 model, and I don't think I will buy so many on the next one. I think there is a couple of them for sure. The last that is a Lotus 49, but the Ferrari is something. Is really something. So I'm really impressed this time by the model. It's also take to the heart of any Italian tifosi fan. And if you like Ferrari, if you love it, Alboreto, this is absolutely a masterpiece, something that you can absolutely not miss. So wherever you are located, search for it. I am also sure that this will be a model that very soon will be extremely priced on eBay and so on. But it's anyway produced, so it will exist. And if you have the patience to find it around, probably you will find a little more pricey than. I mean, in my opinion, this is a model that can worth absolutely. Instead of 25 euro, can also be paid 50 euro and absolutely still worth it for the type of model. So Alboreto car for sure. They will also make with the same mold, with the same model, the number 28 from Stefan Johansson, and also that was because also Stefan was absolutely very loved pilot by Italian tifosi. It was that year was something. I think he had been taken after the dismiss of Arnoux in the year before in '84. So this was also Stefan Johansson car. I still remember the magazine Autosprint was an Italian magazine about motorsport. When they introduced this car, when they presented the car, it was a very great expectation. After the death of Gilles and the hurting of Pironi in '82, we had a couple of years, but the car was still incredibly competitive. We are slightly before the decline of Ferrari in the late '80s, beginning of the '90s, where we didn't really win anything at all with the cars. So it was painful to see Ferrari going like a shit, exactly like today. So before the Schumacher era, before the modern era of the Formula One cars. Model is absolutely well done. As you can see, the painting is perfect. So the painting, the setup, the wheels is a nice model. It's really a nice model in my opinion. Really a nice model. Also in this one, the structure in the back, it's absolutely really well done and thin. Also the wing, that usually is a critical part in this model, can be thick like hell. In this model is really well done, and overall look is really stunning. So I think it's absolutely impossible to miss this model right now. That's it, and thanks for watching, guys.